Dear students, let's see one more application of partial differential equation, which is a derivation of one-dimensional wave equation. Here, consider a flexible string tightly stretched between two fixed points at a distance L apart. Here, for example, consider a string tightly stretched between the points, fixed points P and Q, and distance between P and Q is L. Then let rho be the mass per unit length of the string. Here rho be the mass per unit length. Next, we shall assume the following. The tension T of the string is same throughout. Means the tightness between the fixed points P and Q is a constant. It means tightly stretched between two fixed points. So that tightness is called tension. Second one, the effect of gravity can be ignored due to the large tension T. Here the string is stretched tightly, therefore here there is no, we can ignore the gravity. Right. Next one, the motion of the string is in small transverse vibrations. It means that if we tap the string at one point, it started vibrating. So we get vibrations, means vibrations in the form of waves. Right. Let us consider the force acting on a small element AB of the length delta x. Consider small element AB of length delta x. Next, let T1 and T2 be the tensions at the point A and B. Here T1 is the tension. Here T1 along this direction at the point A, and tension T2 at the point B. This tension towards right side. Next, at the points A and B, since there is no motion in the horizontal direction, the horizontal components T1 and T2 must be cancel each other. Here string does not move horizontally. Here if we tap at one point, it doesn't move horizontally, only we get vibrations along vertical direction. So its horizontal components can be written as T1 cos alpha equals to T2 cos beta equals to T. Here alpha beta are the corresponding angles with respect to horizontal axis. Here this angle is alpha and beta is the angle of T2 with respect to horizontal axis. And where alpha and beta are the angles made by T1 and T2 with horizontal axis. Next, vertical components of tension are minus T1 sin alpha and T2 sin beta. Here this for this tension T1 we are taking negative sign, because where the negative sign is used because T1 is directed downwards. Here T1 in the downward direction, T2 in the upward direction. Hence the resultant force acting vertically upwards is T2 sin beta minus T1 sin alpha. And applying Newton's second law of motion, we know the formula, force is equals to mass into acceleration. Total force is this one, T2 sin beta minus T1 sin alpha equals to mass is density into the length of the object delta x into acceleration of the function u with respect to t. Second derivative gives acceleration. Next, dividing throughout equation by t. Here T2 by t sin beta as it is minus T1 by t into sin alpha, keep it as it is, equals to rho by T1 into delta x into dou square u by dou t square. But from equation 1 means here we know that horizontal components T1 cos alpha equal to T2 cos beta equal to T. So from first term we can get T1 by T. If we cross multiply T and cos alpha to RHS, we get T1 by T equals to 1 by cos alpha. Look at here. T1 by T equals to cos alpha. Similarly, for the second term, T2 by T equal to 1 by cos beta. Substitute here T2 by T1 in the place of T2 by T and T1 by T here. We know that sin beta in the numerator, T2 by T is 1 by cos beta. So write down in the denominator cos beta minus sin alpha in the numerator, T1 by T means 1 by cos alpha. So cos alpha in the denominator equals to rho by T delta x dou square u by dou T square. We know that this is tan beta and this is tan alpha. Call it as equation number 2. But tan beta and tan alpha represents the slopes at the point B and A respectively. We know that slope is equals to derivative with respect to x. Slope means rate of change at that point. So means first derivative. So tan beta equals to dou u by dou x at the point x plus delta x. Tan alpha is dou u by dou x at the point x. We know that slope is equals to dy by dx. Similarly here the function is u, variable is x. So equation 2 becomes, in the place of tan beta tan alpha, substitute these two terms and cross multiply dou x to LHS and take limit delta x tends to 0. Limit delta x tends to 0. Here cross multiply delta x to LHS equals to rho by T dou square u by dou T square. So this limit is by the definition of partial derivative. This limit is partial derivative of the function dou u by dou x with respect to x. It becomes LHS is nothing but derivative of dou u by dou x with respect to x. It is denoted by like the dou square u by dou x square. So LHS becomes dou square u by dou x square. In the RHS we have same terms. Dou square u by dou T square. By cross multiplying rho by T to LHS, it becomes T by rho. T by rho dou square u by dou x square. Just by reverse. Just by cross multiplying rho by 2 to rho by T to LHS. It becomes dou square u by dou T square. This term in the LHS. And cross multiply these two terms. We get dou square u by dou x square. Denote T by rho equals to C square. We get this equation. This is the one-dimensional wave equation. Thank you.